You're listening to the Wicked Theory Podcast.
We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
And here we go.
Broadcasting to you live from the Candlelight Vigil outside of the offices for Heroes for Hire. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. I knew there was one more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wicked Theory Podcast. You just heard, that's my brother Bob.
What's up, everybody?
Those lessons are going great. And we got Uncle Jay. Uncle Jay's hanging out with us.
I'm here. I'm here.
There you go. That's what they were waiting for. But, yeah, all right. Now that the professional broadcasting has begun.
That's it. That's it.
Just another week of professionalism at its best.
The Wicked Train Wreck Show.
Oh, off the rails.
Is everybody drinking?
Oh, boy.
Everybody smoking?
What are you drinking? What are you smoking if you're out there? This is episode 180. And as usual, we're gonna get to a little bit of news. Maybe we'll talk about some stuff we viewed. We got some kids listening live in the chat room. We'll have a game for them.
The show is going to take a 180
It's gonna spin left. It's gonna spin right. You're gonna get dizzy and fall down and probably break something.
until we go back to normal.
Yeah, and then you know, it's just another day in the neighborhood. So if people are listening live, or if you're not, either way, you can still send us emails. You can send us emails whenever you like. Send them to podcast@wickedtheory.com. That's our website. Check us out over there. And then, that's the setup on that. We do it live every Saturday night. You can come listen. We got people listening right now. A couple people hanging around, you know. Jay's rebooting his computer. It seems to be going fine. 2 times in a row, actually. That's not good.
That's your power cord.
That's my power cord not doing you any service.
It's got the world's slowest boot up.
It's
good.
from the Windows 95 or
Nice.
whatever.
Wait, that was a Windows sound. No. All right, so
There's a little crank on the side like the old cars.
there you go. You got a hamster and a wheel?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Got to get power somehow, right?
There's a steam chimney on the back.
Put that little fucker to work.
Got a little steampunk laptop.
It's not a USB port. It's an actual steam port.
It's running on pigeon power. Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's see who's in the chat room. Let's see who's in the chat room. I think we got some people in there already. We're
Well,
gonna
bring them
reverse
down.
that real quick. We're just gonna reverse that in the document real quick. Let's see who's in the chat room. Who we got in the chat room right there?
Well, let me boot up first.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do it.
Well, wow, I didn't realize I needed
No,
to be
it's
on
all
back
right.
here.
It's
so
all right.
Technical difficulties.
Got
but-
Wesley. We
yeah,
got
of course.
Palmer. We got John Zombie John. I think Meow God is in there. I think Sammy is in there. We might even have Quadcast
Hey,
Courtney
Sammy.
in there. Nice. What a turnout. What a turnout. And that's just how it starts. And
You
then
know
later
why?
on, there's going to be like 30,000 people in there.
All right, you know
It's
what?
going to crash. We're going to crash it tonight.
Because it's all going to be fine.
Everything's going to be all right.
Everything's going to be great.
It's all going to be... You were all right, Spider?
Yeah, I tell you, you don't believe me.
You're all right, Spider? Why would I believe you? All right. So, there's literally no chat room game in the document.
Oh, I got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Well, tell us what it is. You going to whip one up?
I'm thinking that since you told me that I should do
I'm going to let you
sing-along,
take this. I'm going to let you take this all
to
on
do
your
a
own.
sing-along with
Okay.
Uncle Jay,
Yeah.
have the chat room create my playlist.
Fucking Christ. It's always about you.
Yes, it is, man.
always about you.
You opened the floor to me.
I know I gave you the option.
Okay.
I didn't know it would be
No, seriously, create a playlist.
An eagle fulfillment?
And I'll
just tell
sing
you
it.
what songs that you might like.
And I'm going to sing it.
Oh, okay. So it's like a karaoke.
Yeah,
list.
you said sing along with Uncle Jay in
Gotcha.
the pregame.
Well, I think I said drink along.
Oh, drink along, yes.
That's a different.
So what I'll do is you guys create that playlist,
Okay.
and I'll belt one out.
You'll
for
sing a little bit of each song,
you. A little bit,
provided you really know them.
exactly. Because in the after show,
This is not going where I
I
thought it
will
was.
I will have probably done this bottle.
Yeah. Well, too
To
much.
completion?
I'm sure too much.
And Bob, we got a guitarist.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a song.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, you're bringing me into this
Yes,
now?
yeah, I need it.
Everybody vote for Paranoid.
Yes.
Basically, vote for stuff that they might know, or It's just going to be that much crazy.
I'll just work on my Winston Churchill impression because he and Ozzy Osbourne are the same person.
Listen, the show started as a train wreck, Bill. It can end as a train wreck, Bill.
Going off the rails of the crazy train.
Hashtag songs you want Uncle Jay to sing.
That's it.
So,
I don't know.
It's already been hashtagged.
I know, it's official now.
It's official.
It's in there.
Because it's all about me.
Because it's all about you.
It's time to drink.
Welcome to the Uncle Jay Ego Fest show.
Don't you spit on my microphone.
I'm not doing none of such.
None such things.
None such.
The Uncle Jay Ego Fulfillment Hour.
All right, so I took a sip too. I should have some alcohol. Jay, hand me something lame like that Kahlua. If you, when you get a
Jesus.
chance. When you get a chance, all
Don't
right?
let the door hit you in the vagina on the way out.
Yeah, that
Kahlua.
too. And Bob, you give us some news jingle type thing. News o'clock. Yeah. All right. So, are we still broadcasting?
Probably.
I hope so. Because, yeah, all right, it says we're going. Okay. So, yeah, we're here in the old newsification section. Thanks for that, Bob. That's
No
perfect
problem.
because Luke Cage got canceled.
Yeah, I blew me away when I saw that. Really? That blew me away.
So when I woke up this morning, like it was #1 trending, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
That was
you know?
that was a surprise.
Yeah, that was a real big surprise. So
No love for Power Man and Iron Fist, huh?
I don't think so, man. Not over there. Marvel and Netflix kind of had like a moment. They kind of had like a little spat. It looks like from the insider stuff is that basically like it was time to kind of have the conversation. Like, is it coming back or not? Because Netflix, like real quick, said no season 3 to Iron Fist, like 2 or 3 weeks after it was out. But now it's been about a few months since Luke Cage season 2 came out, so it came down to the wire, I guess. Netflix supposedly wanted to drop it down to 10, and there was a lot of back and forth, kind of about like, what's it going to be now? Who's going to run it? This kind of thing, because this is one of those shows that had like a different showrunner every season. So I think it seems like creative differences is what everybody's saying, but push might have came to shove, and Marvel's thing might have been like, well, we have this other platform that's going to come along, this Disney platform. So let's just let it fall apart here, maybe. Maybe it was a little bit of that,
Well, I can't complete my circle.
there could have been no motivation to really negotiate.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. Jay?
I can't. And Floyd Garber can't complete his circle.
Yeah, it was surprising because Luke Cage was a good show.
Yeah.
And
it was better the second season.
Yeah, and it really was building towards building a universe.
Yeah.
You could see that by the end of the second season that he was going to end up with a universe of characters that he was going to have to keep dealing with if the show kept going on.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Yeah, and they actually, and it left on a cliffhanger-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see Marvel do something with it.
Yeah, I mean the show would nail the right flavor and attitude to have the character be successful.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
There was and it was successful.
Yeah.
So it just ended up being really surprising. It's sad that they had this spat.
Yeah, because if you kind of, I don't know, I liked it a lot. I liked it more in the second season. I thought it kind of redeemed. Not that it was a bad season 1. I just felt like season 2 was better. Iron Fist kind of redeemed itself, but
Yeah. Until the very last episode, I think.
yeah, and then it kind of took another
with the magic bullets.
Yeah, it kind of took a sidestep there at the end for Iron Fist. But so I think a lot of people right now have their hopes up that like, oh, maybe we'll get Heroes for Hire, the Iron Fist Power Man team up, and maybe that's all we'll get over on Disney. But I don't think we're getting anything anytime soon.
No, I think now that this has happened, I think Marvel's content to say, okay, we're just going to let what's happening and being successful on Netflix run its course.
Yeah.
And then whatever has been successful here, we're going to use as a proving ground for the new Disney network.
Right.
So
Can't complete the circle, man.
This is a Floyd Garber's kind of like he's got less places to pop up now.
Just leaves room for the DC universe.
Floyd's gonna have to start popping up over there.
yeah, really, he's going to have to start working over our Titans.
He's gonna have to get all multi universal.
I don't know. I don't think Defenders is done. I think that's the way to bring those characters back.
See, here's the thing. I don't think a lot of people know this, but Netflix actually came out at one point after Defenders and said, well, Defenders was only planned as a one-time thing at that stage. There was never really a plan to do another one, like in the plannings, because of how much it disrupted the schedules and the shooting and the production of the other shows.
Right.
To kind of bring everybody together for that long, right in the middle, where like they were kind of overlapping all this shit. So I think maybe you could get like a Heroes for Hire special. Like
Maybe.
Netflix might say, well, you know what? We'll do this joint 8-episode thing with the two of them. Like that's a dream. And I hope that maybe could.
Well, you got two
But I
less
don't
shows
know.
to worry about now.
Well, that's the thing.
Well, it
Like,
all depends on what was actually in the current contract.
well, that's the thing.
You know
like,
what I mean?
they'd
'Cause-
have to work up something new for it.
Because there's a very real possibility that Marvel is the bad guy here, and was playing hardball because they know that they got the Disney network and they had no incentive to back off any of their demands.
Right. Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
So, if that's the case,
Yeah.
then if it's not already committed to,
And the thing too is like, as much as people want to be like, oh, Iron Fist season 1 came out, like did really well for Netflix, like, and that was because there was a lot of negative buzz, and I think there was a high curiosity factor, and people were like, yeah, but season 1 of Luke Cage, like, it broke the servers, and supposedly like it really did, but like, I mean, that's how its season 1 performance was. Like, what was season? No one knows because Netflix keeps all its numbers shrouded in mystery. So you can't really point to anything and
You
say.
know what? We don't
so,
know.
So I think they look at things the same way that like HBO does, which is like, is it making penetration or people talking about it? You know what I mean? And I think maybe they're seeing like less of that, and that's enough for them to say the cost for something that we actually don't own, because Netflix tends to own a lot of their
Right.
shit. Like,
That's it.
You know,
We don't know.
that's the equation. They balance it.
You stay tuned, and we don't know what comes after. You never
Yeah.
know. They'll work this out in meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could always be.
this is true.
Could always be.
But very disappointing to hear, though.
Yeah, it was kind of a big surprise. So, over to you, Jay.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah, the Warrens. Who are the Warrens?
Yeah, have you heard of them?
I know. I'm just setting you up.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you did.
no,
Because
but
not
I
many
do-
people do.
When I saw the news item, I was like, oh, nice.
Well, The Conjuring is sort of a franchise in a different kind of way. Spawned a sequel, and then it spawned spin-offs.
Right.
Annabelle,
Annabelle.
Annabelle 2,
Annabella Shiori.
and The Nun.
Yeah, and the Nun movies.
And
yeah.
what do they all have in common? They all made over $100 million.
Yeah, Sally Field.
Yeah.
What's
Are these Blumhouse movies?
No, they're Warner Brothers.
They are.
They're Warner Brothers.
Okay.
And the thing is this, The Conjuring I thought was a really damn good like horror film.
Right.
Really damn good. You know what I mean? It deals with the Warrens, who were paranormal investigators.
Right. It's loosely based.
They're based on real life people.
Right.
Okay?
That first movie is the most based on anything real.
Right.
And then it kind of
the second
softens-
one too.
Oh yeah.
About
Okay.
something in Europe. I forget
Okay.
what it was.
Fair enough. I only saw that first one.
But the two films only has them. The Annabelle movies don't deal with them at all. The Nun film that's out, but Annabelle 3 just got greenlit. Of course it did, because those movies are
Making money.
making cash. But they're bringing back Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, two very good actors too. You know what I mean?
Actors who have gone on
Uh-huh.
since then. Well, were even hot at the time too.
They were hot at the time. They were already Watchmen had already been out, and he's been a serviceable actor
Yeah, he's one of those guys that was coming up.
time and time again. So
They're bringing them back for another
they're
one.
bringing him back in the Annabelle series.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
that's kind of big news in the horror world, because,
Okay.
it shows you that Annabelle has no, there's no inkling of it stopping.
Sure.
anytime
Yeah, it doesn't
soon.
seem like it.
So now that you're bringing these guys out
Right.
and putting them into it, you're going to see more and more. So I'm
Okay.
excited about that, because I
Okay.
think it's
You're a big
decent
horror
film.
fan.
Yeah.
Seems like we got a couple people in the chat room saying the same thing. Big fans of The Conjuring.
Right. So Geena Davis made a return, Chiefy,
Okay.
because she hasn't been around in a long time.
I didn't know we were gonna. I didn't think we'd get any Geena Davis news. But
Yeah,
okay,
man.
I'm listening.
Well, Long Kiss Goodnight. You and I shared our appreciation of the Long
Of
Kiss
one
Goodnight.
movie, of one Geena Davis movie.
All right,
Is that
we're
all
gonna
it's up
have
to
the
get in?
pre-show conversation. The Fly.
We should have had that. We should have periscoped that part. That was actually funny stuff.
But there's an action film with Jessica Chastain coming out called
Okay.
Eve.
Okay.
Colin Farrell's attached to this. John
Right.
Malkovich.
Okay.
And Geena Davis is coming out of her semi-retirement.
She's coming out of the.
And this is going to be one of those action-paced things. So it's called Eve. Should be out next year. Looking forward to
Okay, sounds good. Sounds
Okay.
good.
it. Sylvester Stallone
Yeah, he's doing the hunter, isn't he?
got Creed 2 coming out in a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 projects
Right.
outside of Rambo 5.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So real quick, he's got something called The Samaritan coming out.
Yeah, Samaritan. He's a good guy.
He's got a film called Hunter.
Yeah, yeah.
which is
The hunter,
good.
yeah, the hunter. I was reading
Hunter.
up about that thing. That was going to be Rambo 5.
Yeah.
But then he just decided to do that one on his own. And then, now he's got to write a new script for Rambo 5.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yo.
He
That
split it up
sounds like a couple of guys I grew up with.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about Stallone.
Because if he was doing like my buddy John
It's the Brooklyn accent with the the speech
With the
impediment
Nook
thing
slang.
going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Samaritan is going to be a dark, fresh take on the superhero genre.
Okay.
That's what he says.
I doubt both of those things, but okay.
Well, we don't know.
No, I do.
We don't know. We don't know about that yet.
It ain't fresh if it's him.
Be pissing on Italians in my fucking.
Ain't got. I ain't seen
Don't
nothing about his
yes, you
fucking
did.
him and his Italian
you
horn,
did.
his Italian horn necklace from 1985.
But if you told me I saw Judge Dredd in
The big one
'95,
like that.
Yeah.
then I would say, all right, you got to.
Okay, thank you. I'll just point to Judge
So
Dredd.
I gave you your out.
He was okay in Guardians too. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
And there's something else he has in here.
He's got what I thought was interesting over the last couple of weeks is that picture, the image that he put out and labeled it Rambo 5, where it's like Rambo the rancher.
Right.
You know, that now he got tired of living out in the like say like we're just gonna put him wherever there's a beef, wherever there's some beef anywhere worldwide.
Let me say something on
Who's
this. I
gonna
haven't said
airdrop?
anything. If he's like living his life on a ranch somewhere in the South,
But he was just living his ranch in Vietnam. He's living his life in Vietnam.
I understand that.
Right, or Cambodia, Burma.
Burma. He was in Burma. And but here's the thing: if he's gonna like live out his golden years,
Yeah.
in the South as a rancher, and some shit happens there, it might be a cool edge to bring
Yeah.
Rambo in some kind of modern day.
I'll tell you right
Western
now.
thing.
I tell you right now, he's gonna try and play some quasi political stuff, and people are gonna hate it.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. He's gonna have to try and toe a line, and for some people, he's not gonna be enough on either side of the line. That's I think is the thing.
I'm not even looking at it like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
looking
look,
at it as-
if you told me he was Montana and his problem was with Canadians, I'd be like, yeah, sure, bring him on.
I'm just looking at it as a good opportunity to get that hero in a modern day Western kind of an atmosphere, and it might be cool. And it's called Last Blood, and I
Well,
think that's perfect.
I think he's gonna take off that cowboy hat at
He
one
will.
point, and he's gonna put on a dirty red fucking strip of fucking flannel. This
Well-
time, it's gonna be not just some red dress that happens to be around. It's gonna be a red
I've
piece
already
of flannel.
submitted my application.
Oh,
so
okay.
We'll see.
All right. It's gonna be hot down there. Just saying.
When you meet Sly, you got to do it like this, you know. Yeah, yo.
But you understand where I'm coming from.
No,
it might
absolutely,
be cool.
absolutely. No, I think it could be. It's old man Logan.
There is another thing he's got. I just can't.
It's not coming to you.
I can't. It's not even here.
Okay.
But there is another project, but it's way off. Whatever it is.
Yeah, it's something down
If
the
it's
pike.
not on the internet, it doesn't exist.
Fair enough.
No, it is. It's just I'm on the wrong page.
I know, having fun.
Well, speaking of internet and existing, I guess Bob scooped us on something about the Millenium Falcon. It's all about Star Wars.
Yeah, evidently there's some overhead footage, possibly by a drone,
Yeah.
of the Millennium Falcon is being built
At this
at
Disney.
this Disney theme park, Star Wars theme park.
Yeah, so you can see the framework, the skeleton bones,
Yeah.
basically, of it. It's
Yeah,
unmistakable.
the nose is done.
Yeah, the cone of
The
it.
cone of the nose is done. The top, you see the framework. There's the lattice work that they're going to build the rest around. So you kind of know what it's supposed to be, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be that Millennium Falcon. It would be foolish to make it anything other
Sure.
than the
sure,
Millennium
sure.
Falcon, but it could
Until
just
it's
be another one of those
done,
Star
right.
Destroyers, you know?
Right.
Technically, because there could be more of them, you know what I mean? But
But that's cool.
obviously, yeah, so
And that whole area, and they're building it to size. It's like outdoors, so I guess people are gonna be able to trample on through it and get their nasty, germy hands all over it.
oh yeah, I'm sure
And,
they'll be able to sit in the gunner's seat.
Right. Take some photos, and then
Yeah, you know,
barf on it or something,
really
because that's what people do.
get their chewy on.
Let their kids' poopy little hands touch everything.
I'm ready to go.
Sign me up. You got my money.
Yeah, Jay's already got his Jedi costume for this year, and he's just gonna fold it up and hold on to it.
See, that's the thing. I don't get into all that. That's like, I still wear my jeans and my black T-shirt, and I call it a day.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're the guy who goes, and then when you see somebody who's really being particularly nerdy in their Jedi outfit, you take their saber, their lightsaber, you smack them over the head with it.
No, I don't.
Breaks
do
it
that.
over his knee.
No, I don't do that.
Like, I don't care that you're 6. Grow up.
No, I don't do that. They can do.
You didn't build this.
Fuck you doing?
Darth Vader's evil, kid. Don't you know that? All right. So I think that's it. I think we're gonna go to the game already. I think we might have got. I don't know. Palmer's saying go game. I don't know. Do we have that many? Is that what he's saying, or is he telling me to go ahead with my game? I don't know. He just said go game. All right.
They're alive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he could just
Go for the game.
go game hunting.
Yeah, go for the game, bro.
All right. Well, chat room game.
It's next in the dock, isn't it?
Yeah, fair enough. Bob, give me something like you don't know any Bon Jovi, Dead or Alive, right? No. So give me something
Because he's got taste.
evil or death related. How about Dead or Alive?
You're coming with me.
You're listening to us. So basically, it's no real game. I just want to see it. I'm just going to throw this out. It's just basically me quizzing you two guys because it would just take too long to wait for the chat room to chime in. Dead or alive, type thing. You know what I mean? So, Jay, I don't, because it's giving me sports names.
He's dead.
Ah, fucking. Maybe you would know this one. Franco Nero. Do you know who that is?
He's alive.
He is alive. Franco Nero is a actor. He appeared in Force 10 from Navarone.
He's the original Django.
He's the original Django. Good one.
He's also Esperanza in Die Hard 2. The guy that they're trying to free on the plane.
Dead or alive, Bruce Hornsby.
Alive.
Yeah, he's alive.
He's alive. 63.
That's just the way it is.
I'm gonna throw this one out there. I think you guys might. Paul McCartney, dead or alive?
He's alive.
He's alive. Any guesses on his age? How about that? Any guesses on his age?
He's 72, I believe.
Ooh, close.
Wait a minute.
He was right around our father's age.
That's true.
That's
true.
He's 70. No. 76, 78?
76. Look at Jay. Bringing it in.
Well, he was asking. He wasn't saying.
That's true.
Well, no, I know because John Lennon is 40 and George Harrison, they're like all in this a year apart from one
George
another.
Lennon's dead a long time, though.
How about-
He didn't make 76.
How about creator of Penthouse Magazine, Bob Guccione?
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's actually 8 years ago today he died.
Look at that.
Ooh,
It's probably like he's swimming in cocaine.
Yeah, they don't have that. That's the one bit of info that's missing.
I think he filled his pool with cocaine and he went swimming.
So let's get a Bob Guccione interview.
It's the ghost of Bob Guccione.
Yeah, Bob Guccione. We got beautiful girls.
We got beautiful girls everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's what
It's
he
true.
says. He's surrounded by vagina. All right.
Fuck that Hefner guy. I got more fucking hot chicks.
Al Roker, dead or alive?
He's alive.
He's alive.
He's alive,
He
but
doesn't
he
look like
died
Al
7
Roker
years
no
ago.
more.
He died 7
He
years.
died 7 years ago, but he's alive.
What'd you say, Bob?
He doesn't look like Al Roker anymore.
That's fair enough. He's been replaced. He's probably been replaced, is what it is. He probably did die.
No,
You're
he
right.
looks like the Walking Dead version of Al
It
Roker.
is.
He died just nobody told him.
William S. Burroughs.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
He's
dead.
gone. He's gone. He died of a heart attack at 83.
Naked lunch.
That might have
Spencer
been-
Tracy. That guy's dead
Yeah,
as fuck.
dead.
He died in
Yeah,
67.
he's dead and turned to dust. So
Merle Haggard.
dead.
Merle Haggard's alive, I think. No?
Oh, dead.
We don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee.
He's dead. Pneumonia.
Thank you.
In 2016, got him. All right, let's see.
Actually, now it sounds familiar.
Jay, do you know the name Jonathan Frid?
Jonathan Freed, yes.
Fried played Barnabas Collins
In Dark Shadows.
There you go.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. 87. He died of. Dead or alive, Marlo Thomas.
Oh, she's alive.
She's alive.
She is alive, 80 years old.
She's doing the commercials her father used to do for
Something old people advertise.
it's
AARP?
one of those sick kids hospitals.
Oh, okay, sure.
She talks like she sounds like her father now, though. From years of smoking.
Eli Wallach,
Dead.
dead, quite dead, 98 years old. Jeff McNeely, he's a cartoonist, but he drew Shoe. If you remember that comic strip.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. He's definitely dead. Mel Ferrer.
Who?
Mel Ferrer.
Mel Ferrer.
Yeah, I never knew how to say his name.
Miguel Ferrer.
No, it was this other guy. He was
Mel
on like
Ferrer.
Falcon's Crest and Sun Also Rises. I thought it was Miguel. I thought it was Max Headroom guy.
No, not
That's Matt
not
Frewer.
him. Yeah, that's Matt Frewer. I'm talking about Miguel Ferrer, who was who was actually on NCIS in
Yes.
Los Angeles.
Yes, he's been on everything. That guy.
Yeah, he died like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that one? No. Oh, geez, Bill Bixby.
Yeah, dead a long time.
Yeah, dead a long time. 93.
Cancer of the asshole.
Back in 93, yeah, cancer. At 59.
Terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, like prostate cancer.
Dead or alive, Paul Schaefer.
I think he's alive, but
It's hard to tell sometimes. Dead or alive.
Well, it's hard to tell because Joe Satriani looks like him nowadays.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
He dresses like him.
That's good.
Dead or alive, Lana Turner.
Oh, she's passed away.
She's been dead for a while.
Dead for a while.
Let's see here. The guy who played Grady on Sanford and Son.
Oh, Whitman.
Whitman Mayo.
Whitman Mayo. He's gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Died at 70 back
The guy
in
who played the
2001.
son died recently.
I think we know Whoopi's still alive. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. She played Pearl on 227. Helen Martin. I don't know.
I'm gonna say dead.
Yeah, she's dead. Dick Clark, he's dead.
Yeah, we all know that story.
Yeah. Kind of, skipping through these, trying to find some ones that
that's the story.
getting some obvious ones. Michael Landon.
Yeah,
He's
dead.
been gone a while.
Anybody want to guess what age for Michael Landon?
He was in his 50s, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was kind of young.
Yeah, 54.
And the thing is, what's crazy is that he knew it, but he was just a stand-up guy about it. Went on Carson and
Yeah, he was making the
he had-
rounds,
yeah,
right?
he had like brain cancer or something.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Now he's on the
I was a
highway to
teenage
heaven.
werewolf, man.
Well, here's one. Brian Dennehy.
He's around.
Yeah, he's still around.
He is around. He's 80 years old, though, so keep an eye on him.
He's the guy that actually, I'm pretty sure he invented the term "for Christ's sake."
For Christ's sake!
Yeah, he's the king of that.
He's in Rambo.
That's true. He was the dick.
Yeah.
He is the big jerk.
Well, he's the reason,
He's the reason. He's
He
doing
was the
real.
reason.
which is why he should catch up with him at the last movie. This is all
You
your
should.
fault.
You're right.
It's
You're
all
right.
Brian Dennehy's fault at the end
Right.
of the day.
I just want to let you know I forgive you.
All I wanted was a cup of coffee.
I just wanted to pass through the town. You wouldn't let me pass through. You turn on the hoses. I remember the hoses. Gloria Estefan. Just haven't seen her in a
Yeah,
while.
she's alive.
Yeah, sorry, kid. She's still around.
That's terrible, man.
That is terrible. Well, it's like John Grisham.
He's around.
He's around.
Yeah, of course
he's
he
alive.
is.
He's alive.
He's got a
You
few
just never
more-
know with some of these authors because they
yeah.
write like posthumously, or however you say that word.
Their family raised their computers for anything that's left over when they die. That's what that means.
All right, I'll try and find one more here, and then we'll just kind of we'll move on because this is
Elvis Presley.
Tammy. Well,
to be determined.
Tammy Faye Baker.
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, she's gone. Yeah, she's gone. Cancer, 65. Let's see here.
Jimmy Tammy really need you.
Sherwood Schwartz, creator of the Brady Bunch
Yeah,
and Gilligan's Island.
He's dead.
Yeah, he lived a long time. He was 94 when he finally went. That son of a bitch. Andy Gibb.
Oh, he died. He
Dead.
died.
There's only one of those brothers left.
I didn't know
And
he
it's-
died at 30.
Yeah, he died young.
I did not know that.
Drug
Cocaine,
overdose.
man.
I missed all that, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Shadow dancing.
is that his ghost?
That was his big hit.
That was his
His ghost would be shadow dancing.
dancing with the cocaine. Tony Randall.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
He's
he's
dead.
dead.
the Brain Gremlin.
Robert Mitchum. He's dead.
Dead.
He's been dead a while.
May he rest in peace.
Oh, you like that guy?
Oh, he's
that guy you give respect
Bad.
to.
I give respect to everybody you mentioned
Well, fair enough.
as a fellow thespian.
Oh, okay. Fellow.
I was holding that in.
I
Fellow
mean, I don't
thespian.
know if you. All right.
Plebeian.
All right. All
You have
right.
to, I think you have to go to at least one acting class to be considered a thespian.
That's not true. That's not altogether true.
Look,
At this stage, it might
you
be
know,
true.
I think it's one of those things where it's like if you write, you can say you're a writer. You know, if you act like an asshole,
No,
you can
that's
say you're an
just
actor.
simply not true because there is about 50 actors that never took one acting class.
Well,
One
sure.
One of them was
Oh, at
Brad
least.
Pitt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
John Wayne never took an acting class.
How about the old Vito Genovese, huh? How about that guy?
Well, now you're going
Doesn't
into
he own the deli down
assassination.
the street? The Italian deli?
That's a different one. Who's been assassinated? Let's play that game.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, we'll have to find that one. All right. I think I've expired this bit. Let's see here if I can get one more decent one. They're all coming up like people
Jim
not
Shooter?
as famous.
Is Jim Shooter alive?
Jim Shooter. No, yeah, he's still around. I can tell you that
Saul
for sure.
Brodsky.
Dan Castellaneta.
Yes. I'll say yes. All right. I guess I'm not going to get another hit. One last shot at this random thing here.
Palmer, give him a good one.
King Fod.
Well, the thing is this. I'm just still shocked that Al Roker made the Wicked Theory podcast. And Al Roker mentioned.
And Al Roker mentioned this week, folks. That was the highlight.
Oh, Saddam Hussein.
Well, we got video of that.
Deborah Winger.
She's alive.
How old?
Deborah Winger's
Seems
got
to
to be
be
like
in
65.
55.
Ooh.
No, wait, no, I'm sorry. 63.
Okay.
Right where you guys were putting her. Pretty much, yeah. All right, and then how about George Raft? You know who George Raft was?
Of course I do. He's gone. Long
Okay,
time.
yeah, long time dead. Been dead for a while now. T-Bone Walker. Yeah, that guy's dead. All right, folks. Thanks
How
for.
about this one?
What was that?
Ian Fraser Kilmister.
I don't even. Nope, don't know who that is. I'll say dead.
Yeah, he's dead. That's Lemmy's real name.
Okay, there you go. That was like a pop quiz. I was gonna say either that or like some 16th century dude
What
with
else
a
is
name
dead?
like that.
The T-bone I had for dinner last night.
That was good.
Yeah, it's dead.
It was dead.
It's dead, and now it's been decomposed and disposed of.
Last one, dead or alive. Al Pacino. I'm alive. I got energy, baby.
Never been convicted on no dope.
Haven't been convicted of being dead. What age? How old do you think he is?
Oh, he's 73.
He's in his late 70s.
78. 78.
That's why I was thinking 70, late 70s. I said.
I keep forgetting what year this is.
All right, now Jay,
What?
am I going to read these to you and then you sing them back?
No, I'm singing
you
in
just
the
gonna
after
s-
show.
Was that?
In the after show, I'm going to sing them.
No one said anything about the after show.
Well, no one said anything about me doing it right now.
Well, that was the implication.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So do you want me? Am I reading these off, or then you're giving us a hit of it,
Yeah.
and then I'm going on to the next one,
Just make
or
sure I
you just
know them
going,
all.
or you just going through the list? No, I think you know most of these.
I'm going down. That's a Bruce Springsteen song.
I thought you were gonna give me the
Cards!
All right, Uncle Jay, let's do it. All right, good ship lollipop.
On the good ship, Lollipop. It's a sweet trip to the fucking candy shop.
I like it.
I like this riff. We just rewrote that song.
Just made it up.
Making up some covers right here.
On a good ship. Lollipop.
I was waiting for that. Uncle Jay, I drink alone. George,
I drink alone. I prefer to be by myself. That's just the way it is. There's no song to that. That's true.
but I felt like the rest of it is perfect because with nobody else.
With nobody else. I drink alone.
That would be Jay's version.
Yeah,
with nobody else.
You know what I drink
You're damn
alone.
right.
I prefer to be by myself.
I think we found your karaoke song now for real. All right, so how about some Freebird?
You're on your own for that one, buddy.
Oh, I told you got to play it though. Bob's got to. I keep requesting Freebird.
You gave me 0 notice.
If I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me? Oh, see, there we go. 'Cause I'm as free as a bird now. And this bird you cannot
Anybody else getting only one earphone?
change.
What does that mean? All right, and then what do we got next? Hooked on a Feeling.
Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka. I'm hooked on a feeling. I hardly believe it.
Oh.
That you're in love with me.
Is everybody getting 2 headphones out of that?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just my headset.
We're good.
Okay, cool.
Maybe you need to go to your doctor.
That too. Watching too much Daredevil. All right. Then Piano Man.
Oh, yeah. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me.
I have no idea what key to put to be in, so it's going to sound horrible no matter what I do.
Fair enough. All right. I don't know the song. It's Baby Shark.
I don't know that at all. By who?
Pink Fong.
What the fuck is that?
That's Dan from Jersey, man. He's trying to throw you a curveball. I say
What's
just
the name?
make
What was it called?
Baby Shark.
All right.
I say just make something up.
Baby shark, up my ass. Whoa, yeah. Baby shark, smoking the grass. Tonight, it's all right.
Big Finish.
Yeah. Baby shark.
All right. Funky Cole Medina.
Oh, that's tone low.
Tone low.
Funky Cole. I don't know any verses of that.
Can you hit just that? Just the.
Hold on. Funky Cole Medina.
Yeah, I like it. How about some Sweet Dreams?
Are made of this? Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to fucking disagree? I traveled the world and the fucking 7 seas.
I feel like you get the least do the.
Because everybody
Yeah,
has been looking for something.
that's true.
We all want to be abused, something else,
Don't be abused.
and move along.
Oh, okay.
Hold your head and move along.
How about a little bit of Britney? Some Oops, I Did It Again.
I don't know if I know. Oops, I did it again. I took a big shit right on your face.
Fucking romantic.
Yeah,
No wonder everybody loves that song.
that's a hit.
How about some? Do you know any ironic rather, by Alanis Morissette? Although now I want to hear, isn't it iconic? But
No, but let's do it in Atlantis. I do know.
Isn't it a colonic?
isn't it a colonic? Don't you
I
think?
don't know.
All right. It's like rain on your wedding day.
It's like rain.
It's
On
like
my wedding.
rain on your wedding
Yes, yeah, I do
day.
know that song. It's like rain.
It's a good bang on the bus stop or something like that.
Pissing on my shoe.
Yeah. It's
Because
like
you realize that
your friends are all scumbags.
scumbags.
Yeah. And you don't need them anyway.
And my cock is getting bigger.
I like our version better.
Yeah, me too.
How about some Cranberries? Zombie?
Isn't that the one where she's like having an orgasm through the whole song?
Zombie.
Eat your head, eat your head. Whoa, zombie,
Yeah,
zombie,
hit your head.
zombie, yeah, yo, whoa, whoa. Rick.
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 I don't like it, Rick. I don't like it one bit. All right, how about... I don't know the
A little
song.
shade for you.
Band is Supernova. Chewbacca?
Oh, that's a track from the Clerks soundtrack. I think.
Oh, okay.
That's one of those I know when I hear it.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
trying to remember it.
What a Wookiee.
Chewbacca. Chewbacca. No?
No.
All right.
You just mixed Hooked on a Feeling with
Yeah,
Chewbacca.
yeah. I was trying to.
That
match up.
works.
That works. All right. How about last one here is Queen and Bowie, Under Pressure.
Go ahead, stop, collaborate, and listen. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, a totally different song. Right. As he would tell you, it's completely different.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Pressing down on me.
Yeah.
Pressing down on you.
Yeah.
Rick.
Rick. We're not even doing any Walking Dead talk, but Rick's everywhere.
Rick.
When I end up doing it, though, it sounds more like fucking, what's his name from I Love Lucy? Fred. Rick? Hey, Rick. What are you doing, Rick?
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't know, Fred. I'm just trying to pay the bongos, but Lucy, nothing but trouble.
Rick.
Lucy.
And why are you, a 75-year-old man married to a 30-year-old woman? Why has she not killed you and buried you in the yard yet?
Hey, Rick. All right.
This bird you cannot change.
I thought it's bird you cannot cage.
Is
Or
it?
is it bird? That's the thing. That's one of those words. That's like one of those.
Make a dead man come, the Start Me Up track.
Well, you know, one of those things where everybody hears like different. Like it's like no one knows what the real lyric is. One of those things.
Right.
I always wondered if it was this bird you cannot change or this bird you cannot cage.
It's either one.
Both are applicable
I
to a
guess.
degree. Because it's about the free bird and all that.
Freeing the bird.
You could just ask Google.
I'm not doing that. That sounds like work and prep
No, that was fun.
and show stuff. A little bit of Dead or
Just gotta
Alive
say, hey, Google.
and a little bit of chat room game.
I'm a cowboy on a steel horse. I ride.
I'm a cowboy on a rainy day. No? Bob, you're right. Just going to say you were right for
That's
that.
like one of two songs of Bon Jovi's I actually like.
You want to hear something sad? Like the one Bon Jovi album that I rocked to death was actually his Young Gun soundtrack. Yeah, of all things, right? To get like obsessed with as a kid. Like I played that cassette.
I can't say anything.
Yeah, I know, because we all have
we
that.
all
Because
have
that's
that.
the thing. We all have that somewhere where it's
mine
like,
is going to my grave with me.
right? Because you did make a face and then thought. I saw it on your face.
Yeah,
and you thought of something similar for yourself.
What,
and you
their
were
first
like,
album yet?
no,
The
mine-
Fahrenheit, something, 451 or something like that?
What was that, Dancing Queen?
Dancing Queen. You are the Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen.
We can do a metal version of Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen.
Young.
I-
That's probably been done. That sounds like it's been
It
done.
might
It's
actually might have
gotta
been.
be.
Friday night, and the
Somebody,
lights are low.
somewhere.
That actually might work. But
Friday night and the lights are low.
Looking for a place to go.
To do some blow.
all right, James Field.
Hey, damn, my ear.
Or Fernando. You can do Fernando.
Fernando. That's a song that's got like one of those kind of setups that you don't see it coming at first.
We were so afraid of Fernando.
Kids these days.
Every time I think it, I think of Spike Lee did a movie called Summer of Sam.
Summer of Sam.
Yeah.
And when the
Sam.
and that's a song that they're playing when he walks up to the two girls in the car and he just shoots them at point blank range.
What song?
Fernando,
Oh yeah, Fernando. Yeah.
because it's the 70s.
Because it's the 70s and that's what you do.
And ABBA was the kings of.
Wesley Ryan Gassens would like to submit that today in history, 1977, Skinner's plane crash deaths included Steve Gaines, Casey Gaines, Ronnie Van Zant of the
So
band,
now you
and
have
three
to
others.
sing Freebird.
We did already.
Yeah, I mean, I could give you a little bit, but I don't,
Now you have to sing
it
the
wasn't
enti-
my bit.
This is the anniversary of the death. You have to
Oh
do
yeah,
the
yeah,
entire thing.
yeah,
dude.
that's what. Yeah.
Oh, I can't change.
That's 24-minute song, dude.
Won't you fly, free
And he's got to
bird?
slow
Yeah.
it down and make it a memorial.
I ain't playing it.
And you got to slow it down and make it a memorial version. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that means
Yeah.
it's like a 55-minute song
Yeah, you're
now.
talking about
No, but you know what? You should play a Skinner track to,
87
as
verses.
the between music.
I had something else selected, but
All right, well, I'll sing that then.
I'll just sing it later.
You're a bird dog.
Is that a thing?
That's a Everly Brothers track.
Oh my God! Here we go. All right. I guess we'll jump over to the meanwhile stuff. We'll talk about some stuff that we saw, that we consumed, that we've watched. You know what I mean? The old meanwhile, the old Billy Baroo. So Daredevil Season 3 dropped.
Yeah.
And
I'm 2 in now, by the way.
you're up to 2. I'm up to 5. We really won't spoil it for anybody because it just came out. The Uncle Jay watch. I've been told
I think it's a later episode.
from my inside scoops that he will make an appearance. He will pop up somewhere, or he should anyway, unless it was cut out.
Because I was cut out of Shattered last Wednesday.
But you haven't heard anything from anybody who's seen it yet, right? I mean, no one's reached out to you and been like, "Oh, dude, what are you doing in
No,
here?"
when I worked on it, they wrapped like in the next week or 2. So
Oh,
I'm
okay. You were
thinking
near the
that was
end.
probably somewhere in the end.
Okay.
So, yeah, and there's going to be 13, so it'll probably be 12 or 13.
Could very well
Number
be.
8 sounds familiar.
8
though.
feels like something
Feels
you might
right,
have
or
saw
9,
that day.
something like that.
Okay. And Ferber?
Floyd Garber.
Floyd Garber.
Yeah,
Flurber? Okay.
Floyd Garber.
Potential future superhero with his own Netflix show.
You never know.
We never know. Crazier things have happened.
Because it's going to take someone like us to actually get into the Writers Guild, to sit with Netflix and Marvel and say, you know something? I'm good
Oh,
friends
Jay,
with
if
the
I
guy.
got in a fucking writer's room, I'd be like, you know what, this character over here, I think, like, you know,
Continuity.
even if it wasn't like I could get you, I'd be like, his name's got to be Floyd, like on his patch or something. You know, I would try and get you.
All I know is I'm in Hell's Kitchen.
There you are, floating around in like 3 out of 5 shows. just chilling. Local. You're a local fixture in that neighborhood, for sure.
Uncle Floyd Chickalacey.
And I'm always Uncle Floyd Chickalacey. You got a puppet named Oogie?
Oogie. Play some Trivial Pursuit.
You know, we went to an episode of that. Do you know?
Oh, yeah, he's great.
I was obsessed with it as a kid.
He's
Uncle
amazing.
Floyd
He's
video.
great.
Yes.
And I got tickets as a kid. I think it was
right,
probably
you
like
went.
9. And it was a bunch. They sent me like, I was like, just like tickets. Like I didn't know I was a kid. So I don't even know if I put a number of tickets in. But they sent me like 5 or 6. So we took like the whole family.
I didn't go, but
Bobby opted the fuck out.
I didn't really like know what was going on because Mom and Dad with me when you were a kid,
Okay.
they didn't tell me anything till like last minute usually.
Right. Okay.
And I was
got you.
already doing my own thing, and I was like, you know what? If you're not giving me a heads
Heads
up,
up, like,
I'm not
yeah,
going. That was
yeah.
kind of my attitude.
Sure. You were
know,
doing
I was,
other
I
things.
was, yeah, I was an
You were a
adult.
teen. You were like, dude,
No,
I'm
I
hanging
was
out
an
with friends.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You were a
you were
young man.
9. I was 18. I was
Yeah,
an
yeah.
adult.
You were like, I'm not doing anything.
Listen,
Right.
the greatness of that show is the
Yeah.
fact that it's done with no money.
Oh,
It's
my
a
God.
UHF
Yeah.
studio somewhere, and I think it was at somebody's house at one
Yeah,
point.
it's like Union, New Jersey.
But he was funny. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I would love him to sit here, and I would just like, you
No,
know.
he's too old now. He can't do it. He can't do it. It's like Joe Franklin. It's like, just leave it
Oh,
alone.
see, Joe Franklin was horrid to begin with. You know
Joe
what I mean?
Franklin in his
This
youth,
is Joe Franklin, my friends.
when in his youth, he had no energy. We're getting really local talent stories right now, so I'm sorry.
Now, if he had 4 guests,
Right.
and he's saying something, right?
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't.
He's-
You don't know who he's talking to.
Because it's open for everybody.
And neither does he.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
You know, isn't that fascinating? You know, Catherine. That
And she's like the person all the way on the end now.
Yeah.
She figured her segment was over. She's just on the couch hanging, and it's like, oh, it's open to me. It's like, yeah, he's got no idea how to do a show.
we got a great movie for you.
They've been letting
Maniac.
him do it like this for 50 years.
And so Uncle Floyd, was this old leftover vaudevillian style kind of guy.
Floyd Vivino.
Yeah.
That reminds me now. I got to go look up Brockmire.
That too. There's a show for you to watch. But
I
yeah,
keep meaning to do it. I
these
always
random
forget.
moments where it comes
It's
in.
like, wait, oh, that's right. Yeah, he's kind of like Brockmire. Wait, you got to watch this show.
I guess. I don't know. I don't see him as much like Brockmire. But you know what? We're totally out of track here. We were talking about Daredevil.
Right.
I'm supposed to be talking about Daredevil.
Really?
Not
Wow.
Uncle Floyd.
Well, how do
We
you
will be on
not
left
talk
field
about
there.
Uncle Floyd
When it comes
about
up,
Daredevil?
it's hard not for me to get wistful.
I got you.
I guess.
Uncle Daredevil. What's up with?
So season 3 is popped, and so far it's really good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm happy with the way 2 just ended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though it's a very classic situation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? With
Setting up the second season. I mean, this particular season.
right. Yeah, the first and the second. I mean, it's just if you write something well,
Yeah.
you can do it. You can be doing something that's been done a million times.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do it well. They always do it well.
Yeah.
Fisk is a little bit different. Mr. Fisk is a little bit different so far,
Yeah.
but that's going to change, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll agree with you totally. I'll elaborate maybe because I've seen a couple more just by saying that, you know, every season there's new characters and, you know, maybe I'm a little I don't know. Maybe my instincts were a little thrown off by the other shows, where sometimes I felt a little clunky with the Marvel shows.
Right.
This feels like they have it done right. Like it doesn't feel like they're beating me over the head with new character info. It feels like it's laid out at a good tempo and stuff like that. So I'm digging it. Go check it out, folks, and keep an eye out for Uncle Jay. Is basically what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know. So my other thing is Titans. I watched the first 2 episodes of Titans on the DC thing, and bro, this fucking show, like if Daredevil is supposed to be like a rated R thing, it's really not. It's only kind of like basically kind of like rated like a PG-13 with
What
some.
is? The Titan?
Well, I'm saying like if Daredevil is supposed to be like adults.
It's MA, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is like NC-17 almost with the violence.
Yeah.
Like, the violence is over the top in Titans. The cursing is like F-bomb city. Hasn't really gotten too sexual in any real way yet, but I'm suspecting that at some point it probably will. You know what I mean? I don't know if we'll see boobs or anything, but I mean, I think the overtones are there for a couple of characters, and maybe it'll pop up later. But, so episode 2 introduces us to Hawk and Dove, and just like everybody's brutal. Like the show is brutal. Like it's legitimately like I'm enjoying it.
When is this on?
So this is on the DC TV app.
I'm gonna watch it.
I mean the DC All Access app or whatever it's called, DC Universe. Yeah, look out for it. See if you can find it somewhere or whatever people do these days. But give it a shot. Yeah, like I thought it was going to be a little cheesier than it actually is. It's working on me.
Well, here's
and I don't mean just because of I'm like, oh, all the stuff I just talked about, the violence and all that. I mean, like the story too, like the setup, the way they're tying characters together and bringing. It's not like, oh, in episode 1, here's 5 origins, here's 5 characters. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like we meet 2, get a hint at a 3rd. You know, and then in episode 2, we meet some other people that aren't like we haven't even met all the
So
Titans.
basically, episode 1 starts with you meet two of the characters dealing with an issue. As that concludes, they kind of start hinting at what about this person.
Exactly.
And then in the next episode,
they branch it out.
They branch it out. That person comes into the fold and maybe brings us along someone else.
Yep, they're slow rolling it a little bit, and I like it though. I think it's really compelling. I think it's really well done. I was surprised overall, to be honest with you.
I think if you're gonna do a starting point where you're introducing that many characters, that's probably the best way to do it. It's really the only way to do it.
Yeah.
To front load it and everything just sounds like you're rushing through and you're not gonna get anywhere. And
which is what they would do on a network show.
To leave people in the dark until the very end about stuff is not fun.
Yeah. So it feels like a show that probably could have been dumped all at once like that, because that's what they would do on a network show. They would jam all these characters up your fucking ass. You wouldn't, there'd be so much going on.
Right, because they want to get it done in an episode or 2 so that they can get on to the regular story of the week.
Yep. So over here, they're taking the time with it, but they're doing it right. You're going to do it right, baby. Take your time, do it right.
I would assume this is a Warner Brothers property since it's DC.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, they're not afraid to go R-rated. That's what I've been noticing, especially lately, even with their animated films.
Yeah.
But the thing with this is that it's all the sidekicks, basically.
Well, I'm just saying,
which are usually younger.
Right, but even like with Batman v Superman, there's an R-rated cut of that.
Right. But there's just never been like. Because here's the thing I was surprised at, that it's so hard only because, like, Teen Titans for them is, like, everything they've done with Teen Titans has been kind of, like, soft, like, and cutesy. Like, Batman's always had an edge, like, you know what I mean? But Titans, outside of, like, the comics, has always been, like, go Teen Titans, like, Titans Super Show, Yamaguchi, whatever the hell it is. And, like, Titans Unleashed, which is, like, like, their teen audience demographic kind of show. It's a little bit more grown up, but not too over the top, which has got like an insane fan base on its own. So I'm just happy that they've gone as crazy.
So, see, you're like me in that respect. See, I like edgier shit. And if they're going to take the comic book franchises or whatever, DC definitely ain't afraid to go into that R-rated territory. Don't want to say too much about Joker. Right. But get ready for an R-rated gritty fucking crime drama. You know what I mean? Dealing with some seedy shit. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what they're trying to knock on the door of.
Yeah, it seems like they're really not worried about it. Because not for nothing, like all these shows are going to pop up on this service. They seem to be kind of like aiming them all at the mature audience or darker type thing, which is great because it's like, well, you might as well because, like, you're offering a back catalog that isn't that deep and brand new content and comics access to online comics, but like your audience, really, the people who are going to pay for this are adults.
Right.
So you might as well have this brand new content be like, you might as well be throwing them softballs like this. You know what I mean?
Right. It's all about the hardcore crowd at the beginning.
Because, I mean, they're making Doom Patrol and Swamp Thing. So it's like, and they're going dark and weird with fucking Doom Patrol and dark and maybe even weirder with fucking Swamp Thing.
Well, Swamp Thing was always kind of hinted toward like a parental discretion kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Even if you recall back in the day when they had that series. Even those 2 movies.
Yeah. They were quirky and mature. Yeah.
But they weren't for little kids.
I think that's because it's well, also too, it's Swamp Thing. I think I don't know unless how you soften that for kids anyway.
Because when you make them part of the Justice League.
Well, yeah, you don't do that though. No
But they did.
They kind of didn't though.
No, but they kind of did. But that thing was R-rated. Justice League Dark.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not Justice League. It's not Justice League proper.
Right.
That's just us giving a shitty title to these other guys to try and, like, that's comic book shit. Like, Justice League Dark, the comic, is like, let's take all our dark heroes and put them together. What can we call that? I don't know. Call them anything. Call them Dark Force.
The movie
Call
was pretty good.
them Dark Squad. But no, we got to call them Justice League Dark because that'll just sell more. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's comic branding. That's then carries over into the animated
That
stuff.
movie was good, though.
I still haven't seen it. I heard it was really good. But then again, I've never heard bad about any of that shit. So, any of that DC animated.
Well, real
release
love
stuff.
and people who love books are really doing those things.
Well, that's it, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, with that, I'll say that over to you, Brother Bob. Brother Bob spotted some MacFarlane toys, maybe worth mentioning, I guess. I checked them out.
Yeah, he's doing the new Star Trek line.
No shit.
Yeah.
And he just released the new Kirk and Picard dolls.
They look good.
And they are probably the best looking versions of these characters.
Whoa, I'm looking at it right now.
That you'll see.
Yeah.
Fully animatronic, fully mobile. You know.
Articulated.
Articulated. That's the word I was looking for. Fully articulated. There are a lot, tons and tons of detail, like he's always known for.
Yeah.
Including like ripples in the clothes and
the material on Picard's shirt. I kind of noticed. I was like, wow, that looks like it might be material. But then I'm like, no, it's not.
It's just textured.
It's just textured perfectly. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then and the likenesses in their faces are really fucking top notch.
Yeah, it looks like Picard. This is not just like a plastic face painted with a white hair.
Yeah, right.
Old school.
Yeah.
This is fully like mapped his
Yeah.
head. I mean,
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's got some retro kind of styling to the packaging. Looked interesting. If people are into that,
I'm looking at them right now. These are awesome.
Yeah. They are pretty fucking
Would
sweet.
look pretty nice on your wall there, Chief.
And,
Yeah.
These guys, I don't think they've really been done well in the past, or they haven't been done at all, from what I've been reading. I'm not sure.
Maybe that's the case. Like I know that there's always kind of like someone's got the license, but especially this young
Right,
Kirk is
the
like spot the fuck on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's almost creepy. Like
Well, the toys that made us, Doc,
yeah,
showed you the history of Trek's toys and how fucked up
and
they
how
were.
like silly and complicated.
But
and
some of the
over-
later ones got it right at least a little bit.
like basically like Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah, the Playmates.
The Playmates
stuff,
run
yeah.
tends in the end saves that story of
Right.
like how they didn't know what to do with the license and no one ever really did the license right up until Playmates and Next Generation happened. It's a really good doc, people. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. But all right, so
You're into Star Trek. Now's the time to pick up
yeah,
some,
let me see some.
some Trekkie stuff, some dolls, some characters, figures. There's the word.
Kirk's got one of these big old ray guns, a phaser rifle, his communicator. All right, and then some extra hands and stuff. I'm just trying to see if these are out, coming out. But anyway, look for them in a shop near you, nerds, or go into a local comic shop and see if they can order them for you.
Go to Amazon.
Support
$40.
local small businesses and comic shops.
Well,
Find your local comic shop, 1-800 comic book,
or save yourself $10 and
comicshoplocator.com.
Comicbookjones.com.
That too. Don't mail comic books anywhere.
Mile High Comics.
They're out of business.
Remember that?
I remember seeing that ad every fucking week. They're out of business. All right, and then a little movie talk. Jay, you saw this sci-fi, this fictional...
Sci-fi, nonfiction?
Non-sci-fi, true story?
No, but you know something? The fact that you say nonfiction is really the beauty of it. You know what I mean?
First Man, you saw.
First Man, which is the Neil Armstrong story. I got to tell you, this has been getting a lot of spectacular reviews and whatnot. It's been
it's getting attention.
A critic darling. The one thing that I was shocked at is when I sat down to watch it,
right? How
moody of a piece it is.
Oh, okay.
And it's shot like a documentary.
All right.
Kind of, it's got like a doc feel. So that's another kind of element that I liked to it a lot. You know what I mean? It brings a lot to the table. And this is coming from somebody that wanted to be an astronaut when he was 10. And,
sure.
The Right Stuff is a film that has always been with me.
Okay.
So whenever I see something about space exploration, or if I see anything like Apollo 13 is another film that deals with that.
Right.
This kind of this is not just another kind of Apollo 13 film. This is not another kind of Right Stuff film.
It's doing something
different. This is Neil Armstrong's story, and he wasn't the perfect guy.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of layers to this guy. You know what I mean?
It was back in the days. People were kind of jerky back then.
Right. You know what I mean? And it covers a lot of ground as to, who he was.
Right.
He didn't have the perfect marriage. He had a daughter that died.
Was he a drinker?
He was, no, not a drinker, but
was
just
he
more.
Was he a wife smacker?
Verbal abuser, I think?
More like a very, straightforward guy. Not the,
A little too stiff?
Yeah, a little stiff.
A little stiff. Okay.
And I admired that.
Okay.
The fact that, you didn't sugarcoat anything.
Yeah, there's no nonsense kind of thing.
It is. Yeah. And it's a no-nonsense kind of a film. And when the stuff that they do on the moon, like cinematically, just sitting in a theater watching him on the fucking moon and the shots that they got and everything was pretty mind-blowing in a way. You know what I mean? I don't think it's as good as The Right Stuff is. It's a different kind of a movie, but I'm comparing it because that's the movies are going to compare it to.
That's the benchmark in a way.
You know what I mean? Apollo 13 and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But this is a very, very high cash for me.
Oh, okay.
So, even quite possibly a stash. The only thing is that I wasn't blown away by it.
Sure.
But it's a damn good film.
All right.
In that respect.
Okay. Agent Palmer says First Man also used some real historical radio recordings.
Yes, they did. Yes, they absolutely did.
Okay.
Gosling does a great job. Claire Foy, who's in 9 movies this year, breaking off from The Crown. She's known for The Crown. Is that a Netflix show?
Yeah, it's a Netflix show.
Or Amazon, maybe.
I think it's Netflix. Pretty sure it's Netflix.
She's really damn good on that. I saw a couple episodes, but she's now an Unsane.
Oh, okay.
She's the new girl with the dragon tattoo.
Okay.
She does some incredible work, and I wouldn't be surprised if this gets picked up for some major Oscar consideration.
Sure, it seems like it's.
But it's that kind of story I like. It's that kind of wheelhouse. So yeah, definitely check it out.
Check it out, kids.
But it's a very moody piece.
All right. I just want to take a second as we transition. I just want to remind people, you can support the show by checking us out on Patreon, patreon.com/WickedTheory. We can shout out some people. We don't do that very often. I'm going to shout out for Don McIntyre. We're going to shout out Brother Dave. These guys have been supporters for a long time. Clint
Dave,
Field,
what's up?
Wesley. We're going to talk about Steph Muniz. We're going to talk about Brian Hughes, Ed O'Hare even. How about some Monkey Poo Studios? That's Jay. That's Angry Ginger. We could talk about that kid Dom Torrey. He helps it out there. Brian Auer, he's new. We like him. Henno, Agent Palmer. These are people who support us over at patreon.com. Come on over. Help us out. Give us $1 a month. Will get you the after show episodes. And sometimes I even post up new ones when I'm not being a jerk. Or,
get off your ass.
Yeah, when I'm not being a burnout.
Steph Muniz is in the chat room.
In the chat room. And if people, if you're not into Patreon but you want to help support the show, don't forget, I know I don't talk about it very often, but we actually have a shop. If you go to wickedtheory.com and you click on the link for shop, you can find all kinds of T-shirts and mugs. Some of it's show-related, some of it's just designs I did back in the days. And that's another way you can actually help us out and support the show.
We talked to Stephanie a little bit.
I saw you were kind of like getting into the thing there.
How you doing, baby doll?
No,
You can do a lot better.
Do I have any?
Just letting you know that.
Let me see if I have any romantic music. I can
Troublemaker.
put it on the background.
I'm going to
how
try to
about
do
this?
my best Barry White.
Some Hulk music? Is this romantic?
Wait. Let me turn the control.
No.
So, Stephanie,
Let's not go that deep with the bit. Oh, wait.
not for nothing. There's better Jasons out there.
No.
Love you, Palmer, you fucking jagoff.
Oh, he's the jagoff.
Yeah, I'm the villain. You know that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I always forget. Because like a true villain, you warm us up to you.
Let the music play.
And I think that's what
Let's
that's
go
what villains
with
do,
that.
right? Like
Exactly.
they fool you into thinking everything's okay.
And talk like Barry White.
They say things like, "Don't worry about it. It's all going to be all right."
It's going to be fine.
That's what a villain would say.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it.
It's all fine. I
have
see-
it all under control.
I see
Stuff-
nothing wrong.
I see.
Baby doll.
All right, hold on a second. All right, that's in Russian. We'll delete that out of the mailbox. That can't be a real person we want to talk to. Let me just click out here. You know what? I'm just going to clean up the mailbox while we're talking. All right, how about that? Because there's not much in there.
Wait, that Russian thing might be a thank you letter from the guy who wrote the malware on your laptop.
Yeah, but I can't read it though.
You better stop going to those, bestiality fucking sites.
That's what?
What?
Who?
What are you doing?
What
Jay?
happened?
I'm not going there. I stopped doing that a long time ago.
All right.
So our first, and it seems like only email, unless I just deleted one by accident, but I
heard
really don't
different.
think I did.
It's Wesley.
No, it's Benny Livewire.
Betty and the fucking Jets.
Benny! Here's how it goes. He says, hey, Wicked Theory. Hi, Wicked Theory. Are you guys getting excited for the Halloween movie remake to be released in cinemas shortly? I would like to know which of the Halloween films is your favorite to watch and which kill scenes are your favorite. P.S. Bob, when we flushed a toilet in Australia, in Oz, as he says, the water flows down in a clockwise direction. Right. I hope that helps answer your question from last week.
It actually kind of does, because there's always over here. There's been this thing that goes around that here in America it goes clockwise, so in Australia it goes counterclockwise.
Right, and
but I had actually learned as an adult that wasn't true,
right.
At least as I was told. So I wanted to get a confirmation.
Thank God, because until you brought that up last week, I had been thinking the same thing. That's like one of those things like you kind of like hear as a kid, and unless like you stumble upon somebody else correcting it, like you just kind of walk around with it.
That's one of those little like household fables
right.
that gets
like
told,
everybody's born with a tail, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, maybe not that one, but all right. All right. So that settles that. We've learned about the international aquatics. Bringing it back to the Halloween movies.
Well, I tried real hard to try to grab it, and so I can talk about it. I couldn't get to the movie. I've just been a busy week.
I'd like to see it. It looks good.
A couple guys had reached out to me, and I tried to shut them up a little bit. I said, I don't want to know. But they said that they really loved it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because this is a direct sequel
to the first one.
To the first film, and nothing else.
Right.
Yeah, and reportedly you actually get, because I actually saw something on my phone.
Right, which is troubling. But go ahead.
But that they were talking about the mask and how it really was a William Shatner mask. They just basically cut the eye holes bigger.
Yeah. Painted it white, put a little bit of a wig on it.
They had to recreate it, and they actually couldn't get that mask anymore. So, and while they were doing that, the guy who runs the company that is making this one and has made a lot of the current patch of horror movies, they're the current gurus.
Yeah, the Blumhouse guys.
Yes, Blumhouse. Said, we've made all these really, really scary movies. Halloween is going to be the scariest movie you will ever see. I promise.
There you go. It scared him, I guess.
So I took it as being like a pretty honest statement at that time. Well, it wasn't part of hype. It was like, it was just something kind of off the cuff he was saying.
Right. Sure.
So
Well, to answer his question, nothing beats that first film.
Yeah, I agree.
That it just reinvented the
The
slasher,
horror
stalker
genre, slasher
genre
thing.
as we know it,
Kicked it off.
especially
Yeah,
through the
absolutely.
80s. As far as the ones after it and
Yeah.
some of the kills and,
Yeah.
and that kind of thing, I think that Halloween 2 is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The original Halloween 2, because
Yeah.
Rob Zombie remade it. There's some good stuff in that, but I'm very, very partial to Halloween 3. It has nothing to do with Michael Myers. We
Yeah.
had mentioned this on the show.
Sure.
So, and the thing is, some of the kills in that are very fucked up.
That's a fucked up movie.
It's
Yeah, it
very
is.
there's originality in it, and I think that it works as a Halloween
Yeah.
film to watch during Halloween.
Right.
You know what I mean? As
The
that's
fact that, but the fact that it affects mostly little kids.
That's what I was going to say.
It's like
yeah.
really messed up.
It's so rarely done.
Yeah, you would never see that made. Today.
yeah, and the fact that it
true.
exists is phenomenal. It
Yeah.
also has a very
It's funny that we're talking about like this now because that movie when I was younger, I didn't get the fact that it had nothing to do with the first two.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right. And that
You
was
know
for a
what I
lot of
mean?
people at the time.
Yeah, and that was. But when you just look at it, like you say, as a standalone horror movie,
right.
It's good.
It's good. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Which is what you would see in the really low budget horror movies. The guys who were trying to get some attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? This one was kind of more of a normal budget for the time, and it was just really fucked up when you really thought about it.
It's definitely gotten respect now.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
because I'm not. This is not foreign what I'm saying. Because
Right.
other people,
Oh, no, yeah.
they'll always go back and
Right.
say, you know what, that was a good movie, and it freaked the fuck out of people.
Yeah. It's
when it
standalone,
was
and it's odd that it's
kids.
in that it's in there.
Well, it was an attempt that they
No, yeah,
tried.
yeah.
What they tried to do.
But that's what they say overall. People say it's odd that it's in there, but outside of that, like it's a great movie that stands on its own. Should have maybe even been a movie by like untethered to that
Right.
franchise.
Wasn't what's his name the Mattel Intellivision dude in that movie?
Oh, maybe.
I think
I
he
don't
was.
know.
I think he was the main bad guy. Was that Plimpton?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I think that might have been his name.
I know
Really
that
tall, white-haired dude.
From what I understand, the sheriff is the only carryover. Like the guy who plays the sheriff plays the sheriff in the other movies.
Right, because it's supposed to take
Sheriff
place.
Brackett.
It's supposed to take place in the whole town. And
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think the broader thing was maybe to like include this as like this is the kind of crap that happens in this town. Michael Myers and this.
Right.
And
Right.
It was an attempt to open it up.
I think so. I
be
think
an
that was their
anthology.
way, offhandedly, to try and tie it to the other movies.
Right, 'cause-
Because I think it's a thing where it's
Yeah.
like this script existed, and they were like, what do we do with it? Should we just kind of put this in and call it a Halloween and
Right.
let it make money off of that?
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
the-
right around the same time that they were doing anthology horrors too, or not long after that they were doing anthology
well,
horrors.
I know no one from the previous one or two making it to
Yeah,
three.
made any connection to it.
4 and 5 are okay with the little girl.
Yeah.
There's some cool elements
Yeah.
to it, but nothing matches that.
Yeah.
As far as kills,
Yeah.
I don't know. When a mask is stuck to you and fucking bugs come out of your goddamn head
Really,
Yeah.
eating your face.
and
Like-
snake, it's fucked up, man. And
I'd say outside of the one time where like if we're talking about everything, like after the first one, like when they're in 2 and he fucking boils that lady's face in the jacuzzi.
Yes.
That's like that was like messed up. I remember watching that when I was a kid, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So that got me when I was a kid, because like
that's
the
evil.
whole idea
That's
of it.
fucked up,
You know what I mean? Because I was like, oh my god, like shit, like it's one thing like when you get a quick stab kill kind of thing, like. But when it's something like that and someone's like suffering and lingering on film,
Right.
that's when it's kind of like you think about it a little too much.
right.
But so that's a kill that always got me. But like outside of that, like I don't know. I feel like it starts turning into craziness. If people are really into the movie Halloween, there's a podcast that just kind of dropped. It's 8 episodes. It's called Halloween Unleashed, and it's from the people who Bill Simmons. Company, The Ringer. It's really well polished, well researched. It's like, interviews and stuff like that with Carpenter and people from the Jamie Lee Curtis, all new stuff. Hosted by Amy Nicholson. The 6th episode is out, like 45 minutes each, but it gives you all this history and all this kind of stuff that was going on at the time.
Right.
They actually play some audio from, I think they play it. Well, they talk about, Jamie Lee Curtis talks about this one time where she actually watched the first one with an audience. and just like she had never seen anybody, like, because she wasn't into horror movies really, so she hadn't seen people react the way that they react in horror movies, especially back then.
Right.
So like, and she I'm not going to scream it out here, but like, you know, she says this one woman fucking like gets up and starts like, "Don't you go in there," like, you know, like some Carrie's mother type scream, like, "Oh, like bloody murder," and like.
But that, see, the thing is, that all is all due credit to John Carpenter.
That's all about how that movie works.
Direction.
Yes.
You know
and
what
that's
I mean?
what they talk about.
Because stuff like that did come before. It
Yeah.
just was never
Yeah.
mainstream. He kind of put it in your face, put it in that cinematic
You'd
ratio.
love this podcast.
Yeah,
Jim.
I should have been interviewed. On
No, absolutely not. That would have
Okay.
ruined it. You weren't involved in the production.
a little bit.
A little bit. In spirit.
The one thing I will say, though, I wish that this Halloween film wasn't just called Halloween. You know what I mean? Because if it's the sequel to Halloween,
It should
you
be called
calling it
Halloween something.
something else.
Something, yeah.
Because I know Jamie Lee Curtis tried to make a return 20. Remember H2O?
Yeah.
Halloween 20 years later. It didn't quite work. But that's when Kevin Williamson,
Yeah,
the guy
well,
that did Scream,
Yeah.
got involved, and that's when they were
Some
using
LL
the same.
Cool J in there, you know. One of Bob's favorite actors.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you know,
Well,
but that's
well, now he's not bad.
right now. It's true. That's like one of his first. And Busta Rhymes, I think, is in there. But
I'm looking forward to this, and I will do a big review for it because I'm very psyched for this. Is my
Yeah.
wheelhouse of shit.
so you asked the right question there, Ben. Basically, is what it comes
Benny
down
Livewire.
to. Benny. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question there. And then you know, thanks for the email. But I think it's going to kind of start wrapping it up.
Well, do you got some plugs, right?
We do got some plugs. That's what we do on the way out. You know what I mean? We do some plugs. We kind of wrap up some shit.
Well, you're an executive producer on something, aren't you?
No. No. People, you can check out the DC TV Report every week. That's our sister show. Edward O'Hare and Sarah Netsley, they get together every week. They recap all kinds of DC TV content, live action superhero stuff, you know, like Titans, like I was talking about before. We give you all kinds of recaps, reviews, and news. So check them out over there every weekend. You can also check out The Real Thing on Facebook. That's a pop culture news and roundup and community page.
That's a sister Facebook
No,
page.
we don't create it.
No,
we don't create it.
I created it.
Yeah, but that's you. That's your sister then. When I say we, I mean like the brand we, the Wicked Theory we. We don't stamp us on that. But that's our buddy though. That's our friend Wes Weezar. And you and Uncle Jay out there slinging it in the pop culture coal mines.
He's been fucking a posting maniac is what he's been doing.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a place on Facebook to keep you up to date on what's new and what's popping
And Wes,
and what's culturing.
thank you.
Yeah, Wes, thank you.
Yeah.
Wes Weezar.
Good sit tight.
Thank you.
Wes Weezar, baby.
And then you can check out us at wickedtheory.com. You can also find us on Twitter. Uncle Jay, where can people find you?
Well, I got a plug.
Oh, you
Before
do? You got
get into
something?
all of that. Yeah.
Well,
we
I didn't
spoke
see it.
about
I didn't see anything in there.
Well, we spoke about it.
Yeah, I know, but
knew
by
you
this
were gonna
point,
forget it.
thank you. Thank you for reminding me. So
I gotta
elegantly.
clean shit up around here. You know
Well,
what I
someone's
mean?
got to
What the
fucking
fuck
do it.
Do it.
You didn't remind me.
Son of a bitch.
I hear you. I need to be reminded
Kinda
at the
son
end.
of a bitch. So, mentioned this last week.
Yeah.
Speaking of horrors.
Yeah, keep it tight. We're at the end.
All right. Well, it's 8:18.
In that case, go for 12 minutes.
You understand? I'm timekeeping
I
for
got you. I got you.
All I'm saying is that next week, I think it's next week, a guy named Dave Brown, I mentioned this last week too, he's doing a fan film about Jason Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees.
So this is going to be a Kickstarter campaign for a film called The Boy,
The Boy.
Jason.
Oh.
And this is going to be a little bit of a film that takes place in between Friday the 13th 1 and 2.
Okay.
All right. I am one of the actors in it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's about 3 hunters that go out looking for some game in Crystal Lake area right after those murders happened, or about a year after those murders happened.
Sure.
So he wrote a nice little story, and I'm touching it up. I'm actually a screenwriter on this.
Oh, wow.
So, so that's what I've been doing lately. And he's going to start a Kickstarter campaign next week. So there is a fan page on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
Look up The Boy, Is He Dead Too? That is the name of the Facebook page. It's going to change soon.
Sure.
So his name is Dave Brown, and I'm just going to give that a little plug because he's going to try to raise some serious money,
Right.
and we're going to try to make a serious film.
Ooh.
So
No, this is cool. I like the sound of this, man.
and that coincides with my beard because these hunters are in their
Husky?
mid and late 40s. I'm not a husky. Well, maybe I am a husky guy, but they're all.
I mean, it looks like a husky.
It is, yeah.
It's got the coloring.
Well, Uncle Jay ain't no spring fucking chicken.
I don't know what season of a chicken you are,
Yeah.
but it definitely ain't spring.
But yeah, I got a beard going, it's salt and peppery,
Mm-hmm.
and so these guys are gonna, look their age, and have some, common sense to them, even though they're going into a campground,
They should know better. It sounds like.
They should know better. But yeah, man. So we'd appreciate your support on that.
Yeah. So check it out on Facebook.
Hit the boy ... Is he dead too? Is the name of the Facebook page.
TOO 2.
Is he dead too? Yes.
Okay.
That's going to change to the boy Jason fan page.
Okay.
But once that Kickstarter happens, I'm going to post it on the Wicked Theory. I'm going to post
We'll
it
talk
on my
about it
page,
again.
on the Twitter. But I just want to give a shout out to start looking for that.
Keep your eyes peeled, folks. For creepy people stalking up behind you, it's gonna happen. That's what happens.
Yeah, man. And it's October, man. Watch as much horror as you can this month.
It's a spooky time of
It's
year.
starting to get cold. Definitely
And spooky.
start watching some horror.
All right, folks. If you're listening live, stick around. And if you're not listening live, just come back next week. We'll have another episode for you.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile.
The Wicked Theory podcast is heard live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Just go to mixler.com/wicked-theory. Mixler is MIXLR. Sign up to join the chat. Then click the follow button to get reminders whenever the show goes live. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and at wickedtheory.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/wickedtheory. There you can get the after show if you miss it live. God forbid. Plus other exclusive episodes. As always, send your emails to podcast@wickedtheory.com.